I showed you this human anal wart yesterday. Let's revisit his video, shall we?
Fucking Democrats on this app are straight up blaming Trump for these floods in Texas. You stupid little bitches. He had boots on ground in under an hour. Under an hour. FEMA would have been 2 weeks out. Biden would have never even came. Fuck y'all.
Okay, I don't know if you remember that walking crotch itch from yesterday's video, but A, nobody's blaming Trump for the flood, you fucking idiot. We're blaming him for cuts that could have helped get people out of the way of the flood. B, you bitching about FEMA and this and that and saying that Trump had boots on the ground in an hour, while saying Joe Biden wouldn't have had boots there at all, when Joe Biden actually had FEMA in place in North Carolina before the hurricane actually hit, because he actually had some foresight and he saw that this was going to be a problem. Speaking of FEMA, you human colostomy bag.
Oh, a new bombshell story about Texas. This just gets worse. Kristi Noem, Trump's DHS secretary, did not authorize FEMA's deployment of urban search and rescue teams until Monday, more than 72 hours after the flooding in Texas began. This is new reporting from CNN. And so what was Noem doing at the time? She was posting polls on her social media asking what her official governor portrait should be. Should it be portrait number 1, or Miss Blondie number 2, or Iceman number 3? I am not making this up. Officials say that the new rules put in place by Nome to curb spending have made the agency unable to efficiently respond to disasters. Nome has put in place a rule that says any spending over $100,000 must require her personal sign-off. FEMA previously had the ability to make quick decisions to save lives, but officials at FEMA now say that is no longer the case. CNN reports that in the past, FEMA would have quickly staged search and rescue teams in advance of the disaster to save lives, but they were unable to do so because Nome had not authorized this deployment until Monday. We're going to continue to follow this story, so make sure you're following our account, spread the word, and add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple.
72 hours. 72 hours before we dispatch FEMA search and rescue. We've handcuffed the agency to where they can't have any expenditure over $100,000 without her personal signature. $100,000 in the world of mobilizing FEMA is nothing. So essentially, what Christine has done is she has handcuffed the entire agency. They can't do a fucking thing without her personal signature. And it took her 72 motherfucking hours to dispatch FEMA search and rescue. We had time to discuss what kind of gubernatorial portrait we should hang, but not time to dispatch FEMA search and rescue. In a red state, they don't give a fuck about any of you people. So to the gentleman on the front porch, to the human venereal disease on the front porch screaming into his phone, you rat tail wearing motherfucker, go fuck yourself.